I first met Barbara when I came to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She had already been there a few years, but her reputation had preceded her.
She was definitely a figure within the civil division when I joined back in 2019, and I quickly learned that she is the one that I was supposed to go to with all of the questions about what it's like to be U.S. Attorney or to handle the cases that we handle.
She was a real dream to work with. She was someone who knew her subject matter. She knew the players to talk with, and more than anything, she had incredible judgment.
When I knew that I was going to be in the office, I started hearing from all these attorneys. They're like, "Oh, you're going to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Do you know Barbara?" And so I'd heard about her long before I'd actually got the chance to meet her. She was a real legend among the bar and in our office for the way she interacted with opposing counsel and with the bench and with everyone that she came into contact with. And so I was very excited to meet her on my first day.
She is one of those lawyers that if you are in a case with her, I would sort of compare it to somebody being in a foxhole in a war or in a battle. When you look to your side and see that person in that foxhole, you know things are going to be all right, because she is going to work as hard as she can to make sure we get the result we want.
Barbara loves to say that in our office we do what's right for the right reason, and so she was really, as an assistant U.S. attorney, she was really adamant that, look, we're seeking justice, we're trying to do what's right, and there are times where that doesn't mean fighting everything. There are times where that means settling a case because that's the right thing to do.
She's a remarkable person as a lawyer because she's incredibly smart, has great wisdom, but probably even more importantly, she's a remarkable woman, human being. She loves other people, even if sometimes those people are on the other side of the litigation, and she cares deeply to get the right result. And she was a remarkable representative for the United States of America because she always sought to do justice.
One example that I always think of with Barbara is that there was a mediation that she went to in a personal injury case where she was representing the United States and there was a plaintiff on the other side who had been injured, and after a long day of mediation they were able to resolve the case, and the plaintiff actually gave Barbara a hug because she was just so appreciative of how fair the United States had treated her in that litigation. And so Barbara just has a way of being excellent at litigating, but also being excellent at sort of the human side and understanding what people are going through.
And she did it all. She mentored, she was involved in the community outside the practice of law. She understood the importance of seeking justice in everything she did. So she had all the skills and tenacity, but also the empathy and the ability to really connect with people throughout her work and community. She's the whole package. I would say as a lawyer, justice really encompasses her and what she does and what she seeks.
Indispensable, because when you would be without her in a case, you would see what you were missing. She really added that extra wisdom, that extra insight that is almost impossible to fully appreciate until they're not with you. And so when I left the civil division and wasn't working with her, there was rarely a day that didn't go by where I missed the opportunities to have her insights and her judgment.
My office was right next to Barbara's when she was for the last several years, and when I would sit in my office, we shared a wall, and I could hear her through the wall, and she would at times be singing gospel songs, and she would at times be talking to her family, and there's so much positivity coming from her in the midst of what can be a stressful job and what can have challenges to it, but she's just a great person to remember, how much joy and sort of positivity she brought to our work environment, and we miss her.